This is a blog where I share my personal experience. Plunging into darkness. Still stuck in a deep pit of despair, I was spiraling endlessly. The more I thought, the less I understood. What is life? What is death? Who am I? I was trapped in a loop of philosophical questions. That would have shocked even Nietzsche. I lashed out at people, acted recklessly. My days were chaotic and directionless. Drugs. Self-harm. I often thought, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I just died. If my friends or family had heard that, they would have been furious without a doubt. From morning, I'd be in a daze from psychiatric meds. By afternoon, I was back to harming myself. For some reason, I became especially devoted to overdosing and cutting. At night, it was time for illegal substances. I'd mess up my brain, behave erratically, and pass out. Sleeping normally was no longer an option. Then one day, my sister found out she was pregnant. It was a month after my abortion. I guess this baby really wanted to be born into our family, I thought. It overlapped with my own loss, and even now, I sometimes wonder. Was that maybe my child, coming back in a different way? My precious niece. Back then, even before she was born, my arms were covered in cuts and blood. High on drugs, I'd harm myself all over again. It was a vicious cycle. One day, while still high, I ended up calling my sister. She cried on the phone and said, "Please stop with the drugs. If I lose you too, I won't be able to go on." But at that time, I was too consumed with myself to really care. I brushed off the moment and hung up the phone. I felt no guilt, no remorse. Then one day, during a self-harm episode, I slipped into a zone. A real, terrifying one. A thought crossed my mind, seriously. Maybe it's time to just die. I gathered every pill in the house. Not just psychiatric meds, but everything, and took them all at once. My body reacted almost instantly. My head spun, my heart raced violently, and I couldn't even stand. Ringing in my ears. Auditory hallucinations. She messed up again. Well, she is the child of a suicide, after all, hey. Voices like that echoed, or so I thought. My chest burned with unbearable pain. It was like hell itself. My brother-in-law realized something was wrong and rushed me to the hospital. Even there, I kept losing and regaining consciousness. And in one moment of clarity, I thought, wow, I might really die this time. But the end suddenly. Wait a second, this isn't even my fault. It's all because of my mother. Why'd I have to die for it? There's still so much I don't know in this world. Delicious food I've never tasted. Beautiful places I haven't seen. This is no time to be passing out. I'm going to live, no matter what. That thought hit me, and then he blacked out. When I woke up, my stomach was being pumped. It felt absolutely disgusting. I was furious with myself. What the hell did I just do to myself? After that, they stuck a thick needle into my thigh for a deep blood draw. The pain was unbelievable. I was transferred to the ICU, where my sister came to see me. With her voice trembling, she said, "Please, I'm begging you, don't do this again. If you die, I won't be able to go on." That was the moment I truly felt sorry. I swore to myself, I'll never do something like this again. I had brought the same sorrow upon my siblings who had gone through so much already. I regretted it deeply, from the bottom of my heart. From that point on, I completely stopped self-harming and using drugs. My sister and brother had always protected me, ever since I was born. I couldn't hurt them anymore. Compared to how strong they had remained through everything, I finally realized how lost I had been. Sure, I might still cause trouble in the future. But this kind of pain, this kind of hurt, I swore I'd never cause again. My sister and brother were even paying off the debts left behind by our mother. Meanwhile, I had done nothing, just kept being protected. So I started wondering, what can I do for them? But they both told me, as long as you're healthy and alive, that's enough. After that, I worked part-time jobs and managed to live without hurting myself. Until my niece was born, we all lived together. We didn't have much money. But there was no screaming, no madness. It was peaceful, truly peaceful.